princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Saem Water Candy Lip Tints. I got the shade Cherry from one of my boutique boxes, so of course I had to complete the collection so that I could review them. It also doesn't hurt that they are shaped so cutely and they all have their own individual smell and taste, which I think is just really lovely. So the product description says, watertight tint gives moisture absorption with light, fresh finish, honey extract, hyaluronic acid and other ingredients prevent from drying. One touch gives vivid colour with bright light on face, gives vivid long-lasting colour. High molecular, light gel structure, aqua keeping matrix gives inner lips active ingredients preventing from drying. Watercolour spreading method gives clean, soft colour, fills curved lips with non-removing, long-lasting. These lip tints come housed in incredibly cute packaging. They look like little sweets. The packaging is pretty functional, though the wand applicator is a little bit hard to hold because it is so small. It is easy to tell them apart since each candy wrapper is a different colour on the packaging, so I know which one I'm reaching for. There are 5 shades in the collection, and I'm actually a little bit disappointed with this colour range. 4 out of 5 shades look similar, so you end up with a whole bunch of red lip tints. Each shade has its own strong scent and taste, which for the most part is quite pleasant. Cherry is a pretty cherry shade. This is a pretty shade, but it looks more or less like the other shades. This shade smells and tastes like cherry candy, which I quite enjoy. In general, these lip tints are pretty easy to apply and they're very pigmented. They stain my lips evenly and don't accentuate any dry patches. Apple is another pretty red shade. Apple is slightly brighter and more red toned than cherry is, though this is me being very picky to see the differences. It has a really lovely sour apple scent and a taste that I particularly love. I do find that these lip tints feather quite a lot around the outline of my lips, though you can't see this from a distance. Red Mango is an orange toned red. This is a really pretty shade, though it looks fairly similar to the next shade. I really dislike the scent and taste of the shade. It smells like soapy mangoes, and I find it to be a really unpleasant, bitter taste. This is another flattering shade on my skin tone, but it looks too similar to the other shades for me to need all of them. Soft Persimmon is a vibrant orange shade. I do not like orange shades on my skin tone, though this does lean towards an orange toned red, so I can still wear it, though it's not my favourite. This shade has a very interesting scent. It smells quite sweet, almost like candy floss and vanilla, which is really pleasant and unexpected. These tints have fairly good longevity for up to 5 to 6 hours before they need reapplication. They do pretty well through eating and drinking, though the scent does wear off as would be expected. Watermelon is a pretty mid-toned pink shade. Watermelon looks a little different from the other shades because it is a lighter pink, though it's still pretty similar. It has a really nice watermelon scent and taste, which makes it quite pleasant to wear. This is probably the shade that I get the most wear out of because it's a little bit less intense than the other 4 shades. So I love that these are pretty inexpensive at around $5 US each. They have super cute packaging and they are all individually scented. They are quite easy to apply and initially are very flattering on drier lips. And they have fairly good longevity for up to 6 hours. I don't love that the colour range is really similar. They feather quite badly. And with extended wear, they do make my lips feel dry, even though the product description really did go on and on and on about how they wouldn't make your lips dry. These tints have really cute packaging and a fairly nice formula for water lip tints, and I usually don't like water lip tints. However, the colour range is so disappointing. There is almost no variety in the colours, which means that I really don't need all 5 of them, and I am a collector of things, so when I have a collection, I like to have every single colour. It kind of annoys me when I don't. I find them quite nice and easy to apply initially, and they do have a really pretty look for up to around about 6 hours. Between the 5th and the 6th hour, they do tend to degrade a little bit, and with extended wear, they do make my lips feel really dry, so I will need to apply some lip balm afterwards. The formula isn't really that bad. The only bad thing about the formula is that it feathers, but this is true of most lip tints just because of the nature of the product. However, I am just mostly disappointed in the colour range. They all look the same. What's the point in having 5 if they're only slight variations on the other colours? So I would recommend the Saem Water Candy Tints to any princesses who would like super cute shaped lip tints that have a really nice formula, as long as you quite like red lip tint shades. Thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I'll see you next time. Bye!